nerding.
Hey! What's up, everybody? I know. Once again, it's another week. Last week we had to cancel the show. This week we're 30 minutes late.
Who's this we?
Last week I had to cancel the show. This week we're 30 minutes late. I apologize to everybody out there. I love my work, but my work is, for some reason they've been giving me all the big jobs on Thursdays when they know I do a show on Thursdays. But I mean, work is work. So
They must not want you to do the show. Well, screw them. We're doing it anyway.
we're doing it live. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, you have now stumbled onto the Thursday show. I've lost track of days, and I definitely don't have as much caffeine as I should right now. And
I know you should really have something about that.
I really should drink from the sponsor, but I was such in a rush to get over here that I didn't grab any water. I didn't grab anything, and yeah, I'm not making any sponsor right now. But
put it on the table, cut it with your credit card, and snort it directly in.
That might give me some wild caffeine, like fruit punch caffeine, just weirdness out of my. Anyways, we're not going to talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the build. We've got a fun build this week, and we have an amazing guest. But before we jump into that, of course, ladies and gentlemen, this show and everything that we do here is brought to you by the good folks over at Dubby. Was that an excess? It wasn't. It was fine.
At least 18 more times.
18. Hold on. I'm not gonna count that much. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, this show is brought to you by the good folks over at Dubby. That's right. Dubby is a brand of energy drinks created to help focus concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. Find out more about Dubby at www.dubby.gg. Use the code nerding10 and get 10% off your order. Guys, they have such amazing flavors. I know Graveyard wants a pickle flavor really bad, but for the time being, they have the opposite of a pickle flavor in the things that Graveyard hates the most. And when I say that, I mean they have a s'mores flavor. Yeah, they have a s'mores flavor that you mix with milk, which I know Graveyard is absolutely retching in his head right now.
I don't know how s'mores are opposite of pickles, but you know.
I say they're opposite because it's like, yeah, you want a pickle flavor, but how much do you hate that there's a s'mores flavor?
What we'll do is we'll get the pickle flavor to come out, and we'll mix them both together and each take it, so we both suffer.
Oh, that's terrible. Again, for those of you who don't know, I absolutely hate pickles, and I know that probably makes me a terrible person, but I don't like pickles. So either with that, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, head over to w.gg, use the code nerding10, get 10% off. They actually just came out with the brand new flavor in partnership with Chainsaw Man. They have a blood orange flavor that just came out, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, I thought it might taste like wood.
Chainsaw Man wood flavored W. That would be absolutely terrible. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, yes, let's jump into this. I'm very excited right now. Our guest today wears more creative hats than most of us even own, and somehow makes them all look fucking fabulous. She's an award-winning mind. She's the award-winning mind behind Honey Bumble and Friends, bringing adorable characters and big-hearted storytelling to life. On top of that, she's a filmmaker, actor, comic creator, musician, podcaster, like us, right? Basically, she's the Swiss Army knives of creativity. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Please give a huge, buzzing welcome to the endlessly talented Stef Sharky Schultz.
Hello. What an intro. Shoot, guys. Man, thanks. I appreciate you.
Yeah. I mean, again, I had to big it up so that way everybody knows just how grand of a person you are.
I just say takes one to know one. I mean, you guys been doing the Lord's work for how long now? A while. I mean, thank you for the opportunity here. It was great meeting you at Los Angeles Comic-Con. What a fantastic opportunity. This is great to be here. You've already interviewed one of my friends I saw, Mr. Scott Butler. He's cool too.
Oh, yeah. We interviewed Scott last weekend. Yeah, Scott.
Yes. Cool cat. Worked on one of my favorite video games for years.
Croc?
Awesome. Yeah, one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, Croc's a great game.
Yeah, it's fantastic. They just had their remaster, so I was really happy to see it getting some love. I actually had music playing at my booth because it was a good mood for my booth. I mean, you got some spooky, you got some desert sound, you got some, just general purpose. And then someone walked by and said, "Oh, yeah, the guy that worked on the game is here somewhere." And I was like, "Pray tell."
You said what now?
And I hunted them down. Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, it's fantastic.
She hunted him down.
And now he's tied up in the closet. It's a long story.
Oh, mercy.
So I was going to say, so jumping into this here, we have a segment on our show called Growing Up Geeky. What did you geek out on when you were a kid?
Okay, well, I've got tons of DVDs you can't quite see in the corner, but they're there. Good question. Some of my favorite animated series. I grew up on a lot of like what people consider the classics. I can't say anything from like the 70s or 80s or classics because I'm sorry. I know people who were born during that time and they're not old. So age is a number. I'm a very firm. Yeah, I will die on that hill. Is that the expression?
Mm-hmm.
I will die regardless.
I'm gonna die on this hill. I'm dying away. I'm dying on the stage.
And who said it had to be a hill? I mean, this is a topographically equal rights for all topography over here. So be it a mountain if you're willing to climb, be it plain.
Ladies and gentlemen, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low.
So
ain't no river wide enough. Okay, I'm
the copyright police are. I see them out there lurking. We better stop.
I think they're okay, mainly because I didn't sing it, and I just kind of like lounge focus.
I started to, and I saw just this head peeking up with a little siren on it, just kind of like in warning mode, and I stopped singing, and the blipping stopped, and it disappeared.
It's usually like Disney popping up, going, "Hey, motherfucker!"
Basically.
Yeah. So, what was your all-time favorite cartoon then that you watched?
Oh man, I actually have it narrowed down to top 5.
Okay.
But I mean, there was growing up. I remember a time when we didn't have cable per se. It was either, it was whatever, man. We got Scooby-Doo, we got Looney Tunes, we got all the good stuff, Tom and Jerry. So I grew up on that stuff, old Cartoon Network, rest in peace. Yeah, so that stuff. And then Nickelodeon, there were some things on there, and some animation was just like hard on the eyes, man. I don't know. But not
like Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not per se, but like, I mean, I like beautiful things. I like color. I like beautiful design. So, I mean, anyway, but no, there was plenty. And then film. I mean, I think my first movie in theaters was Jurassic Park.
1993. I love it.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about where the franchise is right now. I just know that I like the first 2, and I don't really care for.
There's more than 2? I didn't know that.
Right?
News to me. There's never a raptor that goes, Alan.
Oh my God.
I know that was. But to each their own, because in the world like this right now, whatever brings you joy that isn't hurting other people. I mean,
if it's dinosaurs hurting people, it's okay.
Absolutely, I agree. If it's a dinosaur hurting somebody, we're okay with that.
At first, it's ooh, and then there's running and screaming.
Yeah.
So
AKA Carnosaur, the poor man's Jurassic Park.
So I grew up on things that terrify modern children. I can safely say that. My friend and I, Terry, she's one of the first guests I've ever had on my podcast. To art is human, wherever you get your streaming services. Her and I were talking about this, not on that episode, but her and I talking because there's a friendship there. We communicate off camera. So we were talking about, she tried actually showing Jurassic Park to her child. He's, I want to say 5. Yeah, he's 5. I took her shopping when she was preggers. I said, let's go. We're shopping for this kiddo. What are we doing? Let's go. Never bought anything for a kiddo before, but I was like, we're doing the thing. Tell me what to do. We're going to do this. So, because it was COVID 2020 and we could not have a baby shower. So I was the baby shower. And I said, let us present wallet. Let's go. So we've been tight for years. She's a good gal. Fellow filmmaker. Her and I have been on a lot of mutual projects, commercials, music videos, you name it. A lot of stuff that doesn't make it to IMDb. We all know that IMDb is the end all be all. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I'm there. But anyway, her and I were talking.
This podcast is not really here. It is a figment of your imagination.
Is anything really here?
Exactly.
No, right? The age old. So yeah, she showed her kiddo Jurassic Park, and he was a little concerned for the children, I think. He left us. I mean, there were some pretty intense scenes there. Alien, I remember Conan the Barbarian, the TV version. I remember Time Bandits. I remember, I grew up on all the good stuff. There were some things I had to supplement along the way, like some Eraserhead, nobody introduced me to that. Stephanie looked into all that good stuff. So, things came along later. But essentially, I grew up on great classic animation, like 1920s, 1930s, 1940s, 1950s, 1960s. Okay, so yeah, that stuff. Good foundation. And now I have very good friends in the animation industry. A lot of them are part of the organization, animationresources.org. Stephen Worth, Steve, I call him. He manages the nonprofit, and it's an archiving. They do everything. They preserve. He's been preserving beautiful Japanese art, very rare art, comic strips. He does a periodic release. The people that are part of the membership, it's a nominal fee to be part of every year. You can get these downloads of these things that they've preserved, protected, and everyone running the organization is in the animation industry or a storyboard artist. I have a good friend, Dave Pez Hoffman. He does his own thing, Country Bunker. Shoot, I'm gonna look up that. But no, he has a lot of irons in the fire. I think we all do. No, they're very good friends of mine, and I just wanted to give them a shout out. Grand Old Country Bunker is the other one that might.
Okay.
So I got to ask this, because if you were into like cartoons from the 20s and stuff, were you into a lot of the Max Fleischer stuff?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was. It's been a long time, so don't quote me on it. I have something very embarrassing. I'm about to spill something. Get ready for tea. For someone who avidly loves, film, animation, and has her whole life, I get there are moments I feel like I get movie amnesia. And I'm just like, okay, I'm thinking of a soundtrack right now, and it's driving me a little batty because I can't put my finger on it. That tune, where's that coming from? And then I'll have to Google it, and and so on and so forth. It's fun. But for real, all the classics, all the good stuff. Little Rascals, even. Now we're getting back into cinema and classic. Anything Charlie Chaplin, especially The Great Dictator. That was great. And then but just it all influenced. It's amazing when you can kind of see the influence. I really appreciate how unflappable Charlie Chaplin was into, we're doing talkies now, and he's like, oh yeah, that's fine, we're going with it. He did his own thing. He got right in. He jumped right on. So that's why I tried to embrace things like I see AI. Okay, cool. I've done AI training. I use ChatGPT every day. Do I think it should replace people's jobs? Absolutely not. Do I think that we should wisely use it as a tool? I think a lot of people are advocating for that.
Oh yeah, we use it for certain things. There's a difference between using it for evil and using it for good.
Absolutely. It is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good, and it can be used for bad, and it can be used for chaotic neutral, some would argue.
Oh, I love chaotic neutral. It's the best.
I have a contact named Hamilton Mann. Speaking of technology and AI, he wrote a book about kind of sustainable and ethical management when it comes to human interfacing with artificial intelligence.
Mhm.
He's one to watch. He's one to check out. He's been in Forbes all over the place. I think he's a resident. What do they call it? He's got I don't say he's got he's had some affiliation. I don't remember what the designation is, but he's very prolific on there.
Would we call him a fellow?
He's just a good gentleman. He's just a professional contact.
I mean, like fellowship.
He was on LinkedIn, and I think I posted something in artificial intelligence, one of those groups, and he just, some people just collect me, and I'm just there now. So he writes me periodically. I haven't been on LinkedIn in a while. There's only a few folks that write me on there regularly, and he's one of those folks that says, "Hey, I was just on this show. Hey, I just did this. Hey, here's a new article." And I'll repost it and I'll say, "Rah, do the thing."
Yeah.
And I'll look at it when I get the chance, and it's cool and it's great. And it's just like whenever I have time, it's really cool.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that that's a good thing to check out for people who are interested in how we are going to balance AI, because those who fail history are doomed to repeat it.
Yes.
Even those that take it are doomed to repeat it.
We can always get a DeLorean and go back to, what is it, 80 miles per hour and fix it all?
80 miles per hour.
Some lightning involved somewhere.
Tell me, Marty.
And yet
He's
DeLorean can
too. Everybody's moving and shaking right now. It's fantastic.
And yet no DeLorean ever could go up to 88 miles an hour. So that's hysterical in that movie.
I love it.
So fun fact, Graveyard absolutely hates Back to the Future.
Oh, do you? That's cool, man. It's fine. To each their own.
I have problems with incest. I'm weird. I know.
Oh, God. Oh, no. That is seriously. I agree 100%. Seriously, would not have gone there myself. I mean, that should not have ever even. But yeah, no, thank you. And I'm high five, man. Stick to your guns.
I love ripping on Back to the Future a lot, just because I know so many people enjoy it. But it's just chaotic neutral, right? And, but no, I mean, I agree with art and stuff like that. I do IT for a living, and AI is just another tool in my arsenal of things. I don't use it for necessarily creative sides of things. I use it to, take 10,000 lines of codes and find the pattern in it faster than I ever could.
Yeah.
It is smarter than most, and it is learning from us, and it's here. And I've begun to really become an advocate for radical acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of, and I did a painting recently, and it's on my Insta. It's a time lapse I've got pinned. It's more of a little documentary. I'm all about the documentaries. I grew up on wildlife documentaries too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and I think it's a dream of mine to work on a wildlife documentary and maybe meet some real life Indiana Jones. That'd be cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not really looking right now. I'm just existing. I think it's cool to just exist.
Yeah.
Agreed. I will.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
enjoy your own company.
Yeah.
And so
the thing is, we're teaching AI. People are teaching AI.
yeah.
And usually it's not the smartest of the world that's teaching AI. So AI may never get smart.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's Twitter. It's Twitter teaching AI.
Yeah, and we saw how that worked.
Exactly. Right? It's like, oh yeah, Twitter teaches AI how to be a racist prick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dear heavens. Yeah. No, there was a bunny for us at the end of this trail. I was saying that I had painted this little, and I could go get it. It honestly would take 10 seconds. Have you 10 seconds?
Yes.
This is radical acceptance. It's raining. Oh no, I hate rain. Oh, I can't stand it. Oh, it's going to make the road slippery, and you hydroplane at 30 plus miles per hour. Blah, 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 all this stuff. I didn't bring my coat. Or it could be, it's raining. Yup. Yeah. So whenever I get the chance, it's radical acceptance time. Yeah. There have been some things that have happened to me that have been crippling, and you could either, I'm still here, and that's saying something. I'm an advocate for ongoing mental health maintenance. I'm a mental health peer specialist, board certified in the state of Texas. And sometimes we just need to talk and somebody hear us, just validate. man, holding space and being validated, there's so much healing that happens in that space. And I think people underestimate that. This is another hill I will die on. There are multiple hills. I'm going to have to, there's.
You have a mountain range.
We're going to have some platform that coincides with all 3 hills, so I can just die equidistantly from each respective hill. Really, honestly, if you whack your arm and you cut yourself, you're going to put a Band-Aid on that. You're going to clean that out, right? You're going to take care of that. And there are, there's a prominent neuroscientist whose name I can't get straight half the time. He's got a podcast that I will just let podcasts play sometimes when I sleep, and I will wake up and his podcast will be on. I'm just like, hi there. You woke me up. I cannot forgive you. I had major sleep issues and you just woke me up. This is an unforgivable. Off you go. Done. And I go back to sleep. But not usually. I usually stay awake after that. It sucks. But anyway, it's fine because he says good things sometimes and it's cool and he's a great person, I'm sure. I don't like it's all good, but like he'll advocate. Huberman. I can never remember his first name. Good fellow. Very cool. Actually, I heard his backstory on it's eons ago. But he was a skateboarder and all that cool stuff, and then science. And I was like, yeah, man, that's what's up. Cool dude. But yeah, he advocates for.
He was a skateboarder and became a scientist. I'm intrigued.
Scientific method. Will it hurt if I fall? No, I'm kidding. No, God forbid.
His hypothesis was, I can fall 10 times without breaking anything.
How many times am I going to have to get hit by the curb and scorpion before I lose a testicle?
Sometimes you hit them, and sometimes the curb hits you. Drops the mic. Yeah. No, I don't want to do that. It's a Neumann. Anyway.
No, I don't want to do that. It's a Neumann. I love that.
They're gonna pay for my life one day. I'm gonna sponsor them and they're gonna like it. It's gonna be nice. I think we'll do that. But nah, man, I'm telling you, ongoing mental health maintenance is good. Sometimes if you feel like you're having a really hard time, you got to get out and you got to talk to other people and kind of hear how their day is going. And soon you will dilate the focus of your reality and realize, oh yeah, we're all in this shitstorm together. Okay. I have a podcast where it is family friendly. And I get so used to not just letting them slip, you know what I'm saying? And because I'm telling you, a 2-hour talk turns into 10 plus hours of editing. And I got to blip every one of those puppies. So I just tell people.
It must be nice to be on a podcast where you can just let loose.
That's happening to me right now.
Right.
It's nice.
Oh, yeah. I have that filter. I'm able to do it just because, as I tell my kids asked me, my youngest asked me a couple weeks ago, I was like, when can I cuss in front of you? And I told them, I'm like,
because you know what's happening. When can I do it in front of you?
I'm like, I'm 41 and I have yet to cuss in front of my parents.
I
drop them sometimes, man, and I'm just like, should I have done that?
When my mom's still not used to it. I got home from the army and basically my entire vocabulary was 90% fuck this.
Thank you for your service. I really appreciate that.
I appreciate that. But I mean, like, like most of like my vocabulary was just vulgarities all the time.
Vulgarities, I think.
And my mom's reaction was, where did you pick this up? How come you talk like that now? Like you never used to talk like this. No, I used to talk like this all the time. I just never talk like that in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
Their correct response is, Mom, I learned it from you.
I learned it from you. It's the greatest thing in the world is when you're around a bunch of vets and you realize that we use the term fucking as like our fucking
word. Oh wow, it's fucking amazing.
Exactly.
Fucking shit.
I have sent people to this, and I may need to take the link down. Permission to speak freely has been granted, but I have people in my circle that may.
They're gonna be like, oh my God.
She said a word. Oh, and I do apologize. You're repairing a cell phone, right?
What was that?
Oh, it's another lace wing. I don't know how they're getting in. Come see
Oh.
me. Come and see me. Oh, they're little green bugs, and where I am right now is Texas, and he's just okay. Bye. Bye. You're excused. No manners. A little green lace wing flew through here, and they're arrogant. I don't know. They just come and they go as they please. They're supposed to eat tiny things that I don't care about. So, come on, do the thing.
Man was like, "Hey, buddy, how's it going? You having a conversation? Yeah, okay. Well, you enjoy that conversation. I'm gonna fly my way back out. You have a good night."
Why do you sound like Bruce from Family Guy right now, Phil?
Why does he sound like Bruce from Family Guy?
So, Steph, how did you get your nickname Sharky? Was that something from your childhood or something that just came later?
Something that I would say the inception was when I was 17. I built my first website, sorrylittlesharky.com, which became my publishing company in 2017. First EIN. Yeah, so this is actually interesting, and I can consolidate this and give people the nutshell version. And I thank you for the question. And somehow I have been asked that question many times, and I keep finding ways to refine it every time. I'm committed to ongoing, continuous improvement.
There you go.
As should we all be. So, yeah, that all started when I was 4. No, it did. Mr. Guy. I was drawing a character, Mr. Guy, since I was 4. This is the comic that you see up on my wall here. I put him on calendars. I guess one thing that some people, and I do this. Okay, so I am a creative coach, 15 years expertise, award, blah, 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 film. You gave me such a nice intro. I feel like I'm just redundant at this point. I am a fine artist who's had work in galleries from coast to coast. Nothing major, nothing big, no big deal. Did the thing. It's fine. I try to tell people, give yourself permission. You could do this too. It's all subjective. Your audience is out there. Just put the work out there. You'll find your people. Part of my coaching is also, because I do coach, my firm is To Art is Human. It's not only a podcast. The podcast is kind of a platform, kind of a vehicle and a means to give it some tangibility. But I do offer creative consulting and peer support, different hat. You can't mix the two with certain things. You know what I'm saying? There's restrictions. But no, the creative coaching and the burnout recovery, that what I usually work with people on, people who are sick of their job, hate their job, they're not happy. We look at everything. We do a high level overview. We go into little specifics and we talk about some of the journey involves, hey, let's look back at your childhood. What made you tick? What did you enjoy the most? Go back to the most basic time in your life. And let's explore what brought you joy, what made you feel creative. Was there anything like that? So for me, I am creating little books. Some of them are, like this with staples. Some are, yarn through the little hole punches, ruled paper, that's holding, that's the binding for that. I would bind, I would do a half bind and then staple it. And I would just make books and write stories. And Mr. Guy was part of that. And I would create catalogs. And I would draw the products I was going to create. And then I would fashion those out of crafts. And then I would sell them to people. And I would, of course, supply the currency. Duh. So this was, the earliest childhood. And we also traveled a lot when I was a kid. And this pattern has persisted into my adulthood. I lived from coast to coast in multiple major cities. I think Los Angeles was a favorite for sure. I was in Sherman Oaks 2 or 3 times. I was tri-coastal at one point, then bi-coastal, and now I'm just unicoastal. And I have a weird accent. I don't know where it comes from. People think I'm British, and I'm like, hey, thanks. That's a huge compliment. My grandmother was British. God rest her soul. I watched a lot of Monty Python, BBC, a little Doctor Who there, but maybe it just kind of stuck, But anyway, there's no real, I never lived there. So I'm not being disingenuous. I'm just existing. It's not contrived. It's not intentional. It just kind of happens. So I have really no explanation. I actually have an explanation when I come back to that. So I'm going to have to write that one down. Okay, so I survived a fire in 2020, and I was watching a lot of Australian and British programming during that time. Someone left my life that was very close, and then the pandemic, and then I could see them for months, and then they just it was a long, slow, gradual death, that connection. But it was, we learn, I think we encounter, Carl Jung says everyone you meet has something, to teach you, learn from them. And, I think some things happen for a reason, maybe some things don't. But anyway, it was a tough time. I had just gotten my big break on Queer Eye, working in the film industry, Austin Studios. And the pandemic was declared. South by was canceled. I mean, it overwhelms me anyway. I didn't care about South by. It's stimulus overload. So her convention. But I'm glad that I met Phil at the convention. I mean, good things come when you put yourself out there. But the emotional energy it takes. The charging you have to do to get to that point, man. So yeah. God bless America. It's hard to keep things straight, isn't it? I have sticky notes upon. Let me show you what I'm hiding. Do you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also hiding my water because I'm a water nerd. This is my zero water pitcher. This is me distracting you from the fact that I forgot what we're going to get back to that. This is a zero water pitcher, and this is a total dissolved solid meter. So I can read if it goes over 7 parts per million, then it's time to change the filter. But I let it go a little bit longer because the things are expensive.
Yeah, zero, just a pitch. And if Zero Water wants to sponsor the show, I also drink Zero Water, and it is so much better than Brita.
You do? I have found a brother of the Zero Water order.
Oh.
Do we have a handshake? What are they waiting for if there's no handshake? Oh, pun intended, yes.
There you go. Zero Water is definitely way better tasting. So
Zero Water, zero nonsense. Yeah.
Exactly.
And they significantly reduce the, if there is mercury, they reduce it significantly. At one point, I thought they eliminated it, but perhaps more sophisticated testing methods came out, then they couldn't quite say that. And then they maybe lost some marketing efficacy, but still 5-stage filtration. And now they're collaborating with Culligan, I want to say. So I'm like, hey, great. Diversify, survive. Change is the only constant. We were talking about childhood moving around a lot. We were talking about influences. We were talking about my coaching.
Oh, wait, the moving around, did you move around a lot because your dad was a musician, or did you move around a lot because other reasons?
I believe in God, and I also believe in being a good person, so that the people that have hurt people in the name of believing in God, so that those people that have been hurt can know that there's still good people out there somewhere. So I do give it to God whenever I get the chance. But my father's a minister, an ordained minister. He doesn't do that anymore. He makes sharks. I grew up with Jaws. So this is a prototype. My dad works on, and there's no teeth in him. I'm sorry. He doesn't look as fierce. He looks a little more like Kermit. Or what's his face from Rudolph? That was my favorite Christmas special because he's the outcast and everybody's got the reindeer games. It's in one of my songs, Game Changer. The lyrics. But no, that was my dad. We moved around a lot because he had the ministry. So there was a great portion of my education where I was distance learning and we were state evaluated every year. Be it, we lived in Missouri, we lived in Florida, then I went to live in other states. So we were every year evaluated. We had groups we were in. Socialization was never an issue. By God, I got so much socialization sometimes that I was just up to here with socialization. And just, you had these little cliques that would run around and they would decide their favorite color today was green or blue and purple. So they were called green and blue. The green and bluettes, they called themselves, and they ran around. And if you didn't like the same colors they did, you were excluded. And then they'd giggle and run off. So I heard this. And when they came up to me and it was my turn to be, assaulted with tomfoolery, they said, what's your favorite color? And at the time, my favorite colors were green and blue. But I said literally blue and purple at the time, just to get them to leave me alone. It's fine. So it was all good. But no, now I do love all three colors. I think I love all. I don't think I can choose favorites anymore. I like purple a lot. I like, But no, we did move around a lot. And then that was, my father, having, he and my mom, I've been there the whole time. And they are a solid team. They run the business together. So my dad is he started out as the crafter. and she ran the business side of things, my mother. Now they both do everything a little bit. So it's really cool how they've kind of mellowed out. I think they're a power couple. Goals. I'm proud of them. Shark City Ozark, if you want to check them out. It's named that because there was another company at the time called, I guess, Shark City at the time. And this was over 15 years ago. And we at the time were in the Missouri Ozarks. So that's why they had their name Shark City Ozark. We're working our way back slowly to why I have the nickname Sharky.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, yeah, we moved around a lot. And that's why that's part of the reason I have an unchained mind. I had a very light correspondence with Walter Koenig from Star Trek. Huge deal to me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he actually became a huge fan of my comic book. We had a correspondence. I sent them to his P.O. box because I didn't get to give them to him at Kamikaze. It was Kamikaze at the time.
Yeah.
It was Stanley's show. So it's 2017. For whatever reason, I didn't have extra comics to give him. I didn't have a booth that year. This was the year that I had a booth.
Mm-hmm.
But meet, greet, took pictures with him, hung out. Phil Lamar also.
Yes. I've had multiple conversations with Phil Lamar. He's we had been talking about him coming on the show a while back, and then we just got lost just because work gets busy. But I met Phil Lamar, so we.
He's so cool.
Yeah, I know.
He had 1,000 voices.
3 years ago, we met Rob Paulson. Rob Paulson came on the show. We had a really good time with him, and he invites us out to go to a improv show that they were doing. And Phil Lamar shows up to the show. So did Fred Tatasciore. So did there's a couple of different people that were. And so after party, we go hang out with all of them. And I end up having a conversation with Phil Lamar for like an hour and a half.
Yeah. Did he tell you about goblins?
He told me so many different things, and I was just like, I need to have you on the podcast. These stories are too good, man.
Yeah.
And he was like, hell yeah, I'm down. Let's do this. And then I got in touch with his publicist, and it like died from there.
Oh my gosh. You got to get him on the show. He's next guest. Hey Siri, set an alarm. I have got so many alarms. Oh, dude. Anyway, no, he's really cool. He was there, got a picture with him, got a signed art print of Samurai Jack. I've got all those DVDs.
Ooh.
It's one of my faves.
Love Samurai Jack.
Yeah, so definitely. Amazing person. But yeah, that correspondence with Walter Koenig, and then we connected on Twitter back when Twitter was Twitter, and I just really don't know it any other way. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we make this joke on a regular basis. It's still Twitter. We're never calling it X. It's Twitter.
I think it's called Blue Sky now.
Blue Sky is also good. We are also on Blue Sky. If you want to find us on Blue Sky,
I need to do that. I just reactivated it the other night, and just my soul wept because it's still uneventful on there. But I think I'm Janice Coldfire or something. It's an inside joke with a hacker friend I had. I saw a whole chat for you. Yeah, something else. So, but yeah. So we had this skit that we did on Public Access here in Austin, and we came up with a fictional character because I wanted a credit as a detective character. What else? It's my essence. You wear the glasses, you get to wear the trench coat. One more thing. Yeah, Columbo's another thing. I love it. We're talking A-Team. We're talking, Love Mr. T. All like the Mission Impossible before the new Mission Impossible, which is also cool, but like the Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
So I was on here and I'm like, wow, there's still nothing happening, but this is what's going on right now. You're not going to be able to read it, are you? That's what's going to happen. I think right now it's just why.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
And pinned to the top of my profile, everyone, why the hell are you so positive right now? And it says the creature has adapted to the crushing pressure and oppressive darkness. Yes. So, but yeah, okay. So. Yeah, there was the other thing about Sharky. Mm-hmm. So I grew up, always had a knack for, creating characters, creating worlds. There was some influence, and there was just some where it's just coming from my brain, the ether, whatever. Mm-hmm. It's here now. Like, you have to deal with it. I made a cardboard shark. I made a little Bo Peep, with little sheep. I made, stories about people exploring caves, spelunking, and the caves would have numbers. And people would be devoured by wolves if they did not mind their P's and Q's. So there was blood. There was blood. I'm 4 or 5 years old. And I've got a character whose wife died in a truck accident. To be fair.
You wrote this at 4 or 5 years old? This is
yes. Yeah. And it's all good. I'm fine. I turned out. So, but it's great, life goes on. And actually, there's a very interesting end to Mr. Guy. This is another spoiler. Spoilers. We're all nerds.
Life finds a way.
Yes, Bad Wolf also. But yeah, no, great, no, man. I just saw Jeff Goldblum. He was playing in San Antonio. I don't live there right now, but my sister and I saw the show there. Because at the time the show was booked, that just made the most sense. Right? We got the best seat or ticket or what have you. But we saw his Mildred Snitzer Orchestra, and it was fantastic. I've known about them for years, and it was great to finally see him. And he's so Jeff Goldblum. He's just as Jeff Goldblum as you would expect him to be. Just a phenomenal human being. His whole family is amazing. And then his wife was in a recent performance, and I'm like, do the thing, power couple. Heck yeah, they're adorable. But yeah, just one of those cool people. So yeah, growing up, always creating characters.
I was saying, I don't understand how he's managed to get more handsome over the last 30 years.
He's a cool human. I think, and this is a really nice point you bring up, because it's all part of the radical acceptance I spoke of earlier. Age is inevitable, and I hate that my birthday's coming up soon. Actually, that was a birthday present for my sister and I going to see the show, but it's not till next month. And I've got to face, the mid-30s and all that good stuff. We're getting there. And it's fine. And I'm just like, you know what? It is literally a number. This is not a race. This is not a contest. I don't have to win things. I don't have to be top 40 under 40. I don't have to be any such thing. If my people are taken care of and I'm taken care of and I'm happy and we're living lives that are worthwhile and we're bettering ourselves, people really put themselves through these crazy things and these high expectations. Only one person can be the best at this. Or what if best is subjective? What if, you're good at this, you're good at this, you're good at this, and who's to say who or what is the best or not? I have an award up on my shelf up there. You think I care about it? I mean, I used it as a bargaining chip when I was pitching myself for agents and managers. Did it net me representation? No, hasn't yet. It's an award really nobody's heard of. Do I care? I mean, it's cool, but I used it as a bargaining chip. I pitched it to C-level execs at an international licensing convention. I won an award that told me I had something viable. And then what you do from it, do with it from there. Sorry. Yeah, that's, and it's been years developing this. It isn't, one day someone's going to come along and be like, oh, you're famous and it's Hello Kitty. And, Lego, you making Legos? Is this what's going on?
Yeah. What are you building though, Phil?
I didn't.
It's bigger right now because.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am building the Dagobah Jedi training diorama.
Oh, that's so cool.
Nice.
The Force is strong with this one.
In fact, I went and got all the dioramas last night, so we're going to be building all the dioramas.
How fantastic!
Wow.
That's really busy work while you're running the show. I dig it. That's so fun. My brother, he grew up on Legos, and I think there may be plans to all of us go to Lego World at some point, or I may have just made that up, hopefully, and might mention.
You're putting it out in the future and letting everybody know we're going to Legoland eventually. This is going to happen.
That almost went a shining direction, but I was like, no, there's no correlation. We're not going to go there. But I mean, at any time is shining time. I mean, it's the spooky season.
It's always spooky season for me.
Oh man,
that dude is like, it's always spooky season for me.
I just watch way more in October.
It's awesome. It's the best. So that's cool. Did you get them on sale or bulk discount for buying multiple?
I wish that were a thing. No, so there is a Lego. It's like a local Lego shop. It's not the Lego store, but it's like a trade-in shop. So
they're a licensee.
Yeah, what I've been doing is trading in kits that I've built in order to get other kits.
Oh, that's cool.
That's really cool. That's interesting. What's an interesting program? That's really cool. And I want to say one thing that I became aware of recently. My brother is a World of Warcraft fan.
Yes.
And I have been almost talked into that and Dungeons and Dragons so many times. But I know that
You need to let somebody talk you into D&D.
You should always do D&D. Always.
Someday when I have multiple revenue streams that are exclusively supporting me and I have an abundance of time that I do not at this present time enjoy, I will indulge. That day will come and I know who to call. I have faith.
We will be playing D&D on stream. It'll be amazing. Actually, we've been planning a D&D campaign.
We
just need to actually.
That's amazing. I could see how that could be done with a high resolution camera. Everyone agrees on let's all go in. We're going to each get this kind of camera so that there's comparable resolution, comparable bandwidth may need to be negotiated so that you have a good even view. Something like that. You'll have to get probably a dual or tri-monitor setup. There's a way to do this. There's a solution. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Oh no, it's something we talked about before, and not to go too much into it, but like we talked about doing like day only campaigns and have different guests each campaign, 1 day campaign.
Day players.
Yeah.
So come in, build your character, or you can bring a character if you already have one, and we are just gonna go and wreck everybody's night with our campaign.
Then there's my dad plays Star Trek Online. So, but yeah, the thing that my brother is collecting right now that's based on the World of Warcraft world, I don't know if it's the Lich King or if it's another guy, but there are pieces of a kit that come to him in the mail, and I think this is brilliant, and it's on a subscription basis. Yeah, let's knock ourselves out sending this like 4 foot tall thing and kill ourselves on shipping with a price point that's insane that nobody can afford. Or let's build it to where we can take it apart and send it to you a little at a time and create engagement and keep people's mind on the brand and making it a tangible part of their reality instead of just something that sits in a corner. I think it's brilliant. Build something in pieces. You get a new piece every month. I thought that was wow.
And in the end, it just makes your brother the best in the world of Warcraft.
Good kid, yeah. No, he really is. He's a level upwards of 90 that frightens me to look at. So, yeah. Well done. So, but yeah, nah. Childhood, what we grew up with. There will be an end to Mr. Guy. I'm halfway through a 3rd issue. I have been for the last 7 or 8 years. It's just that, I'm no longer able to confirm if the ducks I had in a row for Mr. Guy are even ducks anymore. They may be chickens and they're everywhere. But farmyard aside, my folks kept chickens. They just made a move back cross country from the East Coast to here to Texas. So I think that's something I was touching upon earlier is we've lived so many different places that my mind is unchained. I don't see myself in one place. To be really arrogant and just sound really vain right now, I don't think there's any one place that is good enough for me to be there indefinitely. I think we find our places in people, in routines. Home is where the heart is. I'm going to get really cliche, but wherever you go, there you are. This, and I know it's not, he wasn't there.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. It's home is where the heart is. It's your home is not. It shouldn't be just a place. It's wherever you are the most comfortable, wherever you are with people you love.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and home is where I keep my collection of hearts.
Yeah.
There are those people that can hop in a what's it called, mobile home or a RV and take off on a bagel. None of them are paying sponsorships to us. I'm not going to mention their name. Bleep those out. But
hey, Rich Beard Bricks, how's it going?
I have friends that are very adventurous. They have the Wandering. They're called the family's named the Youngbloods. They're out in Portland, Oregon now. The Wandering Youngbloods. Cool traveling family, bringing the circus and the concept of the medicine show back and doing it beautifully. They're just happy people. They could be considered my fun hippie friends, but some people consider me a hippie, but I just tell them I'm a dark hippie because while I like to hug some trees, climb some trees, I'm gonna be real with you. it's rough out there. No, but anyway, and I came up with an eco-friendly brand and all that. But I had to have spooky characters, so I finally created her this year. Willow, she's the bat. I'm gonna have so much fun with the merchandising for this brand. I'm just barely begun, but she's the grumpy character. I did a speed draw of her. I drew it and sped it up and put it on Instagram. Honey Bumble, honey_Bumble. So that's, Honey Bumble, HUNNIE_Bumble. Oh, don't get me started on Bumble. Lawyer at the end. So, but I can't wait. The merchandising is going to blow up for that. I'll give you a sneak peek of this book. One of my favorite pages. One of my favorite pages in the whole book is not only Flower Bedtime, because it's hilarious. She's in the background of that one. And there's the public is going to love this one. Shh, friends, Fryman hiding. This one is I do all of my line art by hand, and then I take it in and color it digitally.
Okay.
That is Vestigial from my comic book series. You want to see? Yes, you do.
Yeah, of course.
So this is the book. I am going to finish it. I already have the ending. I just don't know. So if you will notice Exhibit B, I already showed you Exhibit A. Exhibit B. Okay, so this, we're going to come back to Sharky. So this is old art that I didn't feel like it was appreciated enough or gained enough market penetration in this iteration. So these bunnies, this documentary, it's called Bunny Ball, a documentary.
Okay. So
I put it in Mr. Guy's hands. I created that when I was 17. At the same time, I created Sorry Little Sharky. I needed something quirky, and it actually, and this was unintentional initially, but it corresponds with my initials, SLS, which is also captured in the back of the book. Here, I'll show you. It's going to be, I should probably mirror it. No, that's fine. It looks like some kind of Klingon weapon. Kapla, by the way. But S, L, and S are in there. Yeah. So, but no. So it's all good. But that's, I didn't mean to for Sorry Little Sharky to match my initials. That was just one of those things that happens. But I needed something quirky, and I was raised on Jaws. And my father, being a special effects artist, he grew up making stop motion. So that was cool, yeah. And then he actually bluffed his way onto the back lot at Universal Studios, because we're Floridian. That's where I was born. So, but it explains my area code. Nobody hack me. So, but no, it's all good. So he bluffed his way with a fake ID onto the back lot of Universal, and they offered him a job. And he had this moment where he thought, I could go get into the film industry. I could do all this. I could do all that. But he had some idea that wasn't the path for him. Then he met my mother after that very shortly. And then that was one of their first dates. And then I came along, and they're like, let's speed this thing up. And here's everything. And there's 3 children later. It's a 4-kid family. And we're just moving all over the country. And my dad's an ordained minister, and we were in and out of churches, and some burned us and some backbit us. And so we know the bad side of that, and we know that there's a good side. And I am not affiliated with a denomination or a church right now. I think, if you are on the same page as someone else and you're having a good conversation, God's there, So, but I've been in and out of different churches. The whole belonging thing is a real tricky part for me, because I'm just like, okay, that's nice. I'm going to do this thing over here now. Thanks. Pussy. But if you're being mean and I read something earlier about somebody's having a problem with a rainbow painted sidewalk, and they're trying to advocate, and I'm just like, let people exist. Yes. What's your problem? Yeah. God is love. What's your problem? You're 100%. Screwing it up for everybody. You're making us look bad. So get a clue. Can I just say, get a fucking clue?
Yes.
Be nice. God is love. End of story. Thanks.
I live my life by one simple principle, and that is DBAB.
What was that? I'm so sorry.
DBAB.
I am not familiar. I know PLUR, peace, love, unity, and respect.
Oh, I know Plur too. I used to be in the EDM community, but I mean, like, DBAB, don't be a bitch. And when I say bitch,
Yeah.
when I say bitch, I don't mean like, in a derogatory term towards women or anything like that. The way that I am using it is,
I think it's unisex now.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Basically, don't be a dick, right? Don't be a dick.
You can have a problem with that. It's a two-way street. I have a family member whose first spouse attempted to murder them.
Oh shit.
It's a two-way street. It is a two-way street. He said this, she said that, he hurt me, she hurt me. It's a two-way street. Let's have a conversation. We're adults.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, like, in the end, just don't be a dick. Like, if you're a dickhead, what are you accomplishing being an asshole?
There's no hope for you. Yeah, no, just be real.
Like when people just want to be assholes for no reason, like, what are you accomplishing? What? Oh, you make yourself feel better. Okay.
So what we can do is we can say this.
I know you guys can't hear it on mic, but as I'm saying that, my wife walks in behind me and goes, "Did you call me?"
You guys sound like good buddies. I love that so much. When you can marry your best friend, that is the goal. That is the goal. If I'm talking to somebody and we're not even at the conversational level that I can see anything happening, I'm like, you are someone else's person. And I'm trying to be really general and really polite and very, but I like guys, and they got to be really smart and they got to make me laugh. I don't have to be the funniest or the smartest person in the room. If there's someone I can look up to and kind of be like, yeah, you're in charge. Gotcha. Cool. That's cool. Until then, I'm going to keep being, hey, yo, I will flip you. Like, I know Aikido. I know Kung Fu. So that's the other way I got my name. Sharky didn't stick until Kung Fu.
Oh.
Okay. So I took Kung Fu in 2015. Mm-hmm. Interesting chapter. I also took a motorcycle course, so I have an M endorsement on my license. I can ride a motorcycle. Do I want to? So it's just like, okay, so and Malcolm again. They were so preoccupied with whether Stephanie could ride a motorcycle that she stopped to think if she should. All I get to say is 2 wheels down. It's awesome, but like I will be a passenger because I slaughtered the course. Don't get me wrong. I got a really great score. Or I wouldn't have gotten the thing on my license. But I went to put 200 down on a bike once, and I left a lot. And on my way home, I saw a very bad motorcycle accident. They were okay. I made sure everybody was cool. But and they were okay, and everything was good. The bike was messed up, but he was okay. But I decided in that moment that I was going to be a passenger. I could do wheelies. I could do the jump over the things thing, and I was fine. It's good. I can do that with a bicycle and not be in the middle of stupid people who don't see me because I'm not loud enough or my headlight went out. But that's fine. So Kung Fu. And that's what this is. This is a chain whip, and I could totally demo this for you, but it's nighttime, and I'm in a 3-story, I'm like 5 stories up, I think, because of the height differential. I'm on a hill. But no, this is cool. It looks like this. It's really cool. You could get a flag for it, and it, so it's like that. Yeah. So essentially the motion is that. Yes, I have expensive equipment on me. It's great. That is how you use a chain whip in martial arts. And I know how to throw kunai. And, I took Kung Fu for a year, and I already had the website, and, I was showing everybody, my art, because it wasn't a comic at that point. It was 2015. It had printed till 2017. And it has its own ISBN and barcode, by the way. It's important if you're getting into stores and all that stuff. Very important. Don't cheap out and get a fake barcode. That's 99 cents because that's been used 18,000 times. You don't want to do that. You got to go to Bowker, whatever it is, identification services. That's where you get a real barcode. Barcode. And they're 25. You'll pay 25 for them. There's no bulk discount on those puppies. Believe me, I've looked. I've tried. The science is awesome. Mega Mind fan too. But no, it's all good. It's cool. So yeah, Kung Fu, they knew about the website, they knew about art. I took drums as well during this time. No interest in guitar. No disrespect to guitarists. I have zero knack, zero for guitar at all. Anything. It hurts my
and I'm a guitarist. So there we go.
All day. Because the violence inside of it just I used to look like Tesseract Nocturne, the intro. I can play
that fucking intro. That's such a good intro.
You dig it? Yeah, I was gonna play it, but I'm like, nah, copyright.
Me and Graveyard. It's funny. Me and Graveyard. The first time we bonded over anything, you would think that it would be horror. We bonded over metal.
Yes, we did.
Like there was just like the one night where we just decided to stay on after a show, and we just sat there and just like played like different metal songs for each other for like 2 hours.
Yep.
That is the best conception of a friendship. Teresa and I, our friendship started out similarly. We went to a Mastodon concert.
Yes.
Yeah, it was great. It was really good. It was a good show. So my colleagues in Kung Fu started calling me Sharky, and I let it stick. And then 2017 was a big year. So much happened. I went to Alternative Press Expo, which I think was the last one of its kind.
Okay.
Slave Labor Graphics. I have a friend who's the publisher, and he heard Sorry Little Sharky. This was, 2017. I'm calling 30 plus comic book stores nationwide.
Mm-hmm.
I'm establishing a relationship. I'm saying here are 10 pages of my comic. Would you like to peruse and let me know if you'd like this in your store? I'm an independent publisher under this publishing, name, and I can send you this. You wholesaler consignment. That was the thing. Okay, so, we got them into 30 different comic book stores nationwide. It was a lot, and now Diamond has gone the way it's gone, and just everything, but I distributed these things myself. I didn't ever take off per se, but I think that it was successful because I sold every unit that I made available for sale, because I was missing a couple boxes in storage, and now we've been reunited, and now I am restocked on several of the first hit. Need to get the second issue, but reprint it, because I didn't print as many of those initially. I think I did 1,000 of the first, and then I did 500 of the second. So, but this one has the most color, and this has the introduction where Mr. Guy meets me. What fourth wall? And there's parallelism there between the creator and the creation. I'm not going to go too Michael Crichton, but like I dig that dynamic of talking to those characters because they're real. They're in your head. They're somewhere. They're real, and your head is real, so it's all real. Just all things in moderation, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Stephen King does that in his Dark Tower series, that he comes across as Stephen King in it. So the gunslinger goes to the real world and almost kills Stephen King.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Oh, it's
Reunited. So good. Okay. So
back at my window. Hold on, let me get my spray bottle. No,
so
I wanted to sing that. You read my mind.
I love this conversation where we've been going. I literally did not go anywhere where we had written, but before we start getting into the wrap up, I do want to specifically talk about one thing here, because we did kind of veer into something we did want to talk about, but I want to bring up the podcast, right? So, specific.
Oh. No, it's important. Thank you. You mean my podcast, right? Or your podcast?
No,
yours.
Yeah. Okay, I'm happy to discuss. I've had the domain name for 2 years now. Art is Human. I also simultaneously purchased another domain name to do a split A, B test and decide which one I liked better, which one had better market efficacy. We went with To Art is Human. The old adage, to err is human, and now to art is human, because if you literally Google the definition of art, it is human imagination and creativity. And I got really tired of hearing these people, and I didn't get tired, but I heard so many instances of people in different podcasts, people I admired, people I was learning from, who said things like, I couldn't draw, so I was told I wasn't artistic. It looked bad. They didn't receive validation. They received negativity. There's these wounded inner children that are just completely unfulfilled artistically, creatively. They don't think they're artists because they couldn't draw. God bless the people who can draw. That's amazing. That's a wonderful skill. I'm friends with many of them. There are some people that are more artistic. There are some people that are just cartoonists. I'm one of them. I'm no Da Vinci. I'm no Thomas Kincaid. I draw what I draw, and it makes people happy, brings smiles. I'm a cartoonist. I'm not but there are different types of art, is my point. There are career storyboard artists all over the world. But there are
friend of the show. Shout out to friend of the show, Brandon McKinney, who is a career storyboard artist. He has worked on everything that you've ever loved.
That's amazing. I wonder if he knows my friend Pez. Ask him if he knows Pez.
Right.
But yeah, I'm close with a lot of those folks over there. A handful of them. I'm really close with, a couple. But
So
anyway,
I've got to ask you this, like specifically, like going into the whole thing with that, like, what have you learned about yourself because of doing the podcast? Like, is there anything that you have learned about yourself in starting the podcast?
absolutely nothing I didn't already know. I found out a couple years prior while I was represented by a talent agency in San Antonio, out of San Antonio, who recognized my ability to interview other people and give other people the spotlight. And I grew up in a house full of, 3 other kids, and I was the oldest. And there's that kind of older sibling energy of let's all be included. Did everybody get enough? Is everybody safe? Is everyone keep your arms and legs inside the bus? Don't take that thing. They're fighting. Stop looking at me. Stop looking at me across the table from each other. And I'm like, oh, and I take a cereal box and I stick it between them. And I'm like, now nobody can see anybody eat. Art, Mom. Love it. I love those kids. They're my best friends. Great childhood. So fun. So many adventures. We used to make all these fun trips and field trips. Just we had woods. We lived on property once upon a time. So again, that skill of interviewing other people, sourcing talent, asking people, what's your story? What are some challenges you've overcome? How are you here right now doing this? This is amazing. I want to say Habibti Pata is an amazing piece that comes to my mind. That it was a mini San Diego Comic-Con that came out it was back after COVID when things were starting to recover. I want to say it was 2021. They had a mini Comic-Con that was later in the year than normal. That was the only San Diego Comic-Con I've ever been to or ever probably want to be at. They're too big, too much going on. It strikes fear into my introverted, ambiverted. We've adapted heart. So yeah, it's just the ability to find amazing talent like the gentleman who created Habibti Pata. There's a picture somewhere in my Instagram. He was dressed amazingly, and he had this, I forget what it's called, the gentleman wear in the Middle East. It was just absolutely stunning, and I had to talk to him. And he had this beautiful book, and I think it's somewhere on one of my shelves. I have multiple shelves, naturally, bibliophile. It's beautiful, and he's an independent artist like myself, and you just put the work out when you can. He's teaching people Arabic a little bit at a time through his work, and it's fully illustrated, absolutely beautiful. He doesn't use very many words in the book, and it emphasizes the word he wants you to learn, which this was Yalla, I think, was the first book, which means let's go. I already knew that word because my aunt is Arabic and I've been learning Arabic for years. I don't know enough, but I know some things. So it was cool. I just spotted it immediately and thought I got to interview this person. So he was one of the folks I interviewed, and I did a series of different interviews. Another one was Quirky Monster. She's a cool gal. I don't remember her real name right now, but she was an artist that creates plushes and monster designs and things like that. So I interviewed these different people, and my agent at the time was like, I'm going to try to find you more work like that. And it never happened. I will say one thing that's been very damaging about AI is I held a contract for music licensing in my hand, signed it, had my lawyer look at it. It was good. It was cool. I won't say his name. He's a good gentleman, very nice person. I don't know if his company's going, and I don't know if it's there right now. I don't know what's going on with it. That's why I don't want to say names, because I don't want to say anything that sounds, in disrespectful in any way. He's fantastic, phenomenal, everything cool. But work did not happen. Money did not happen because of this proliferation of AI. So there's just, there's things have to be balanced. I think that I have 2 friends right now that are not, they're not able to produce music. My ability has been impacted because I had a DAW, digital audio workspace, that I loved, had been using it for a long time, and it died, fried last year. So I believe, I hold space that it could be recovered by the right individual with the right skill set. But until then, it's in my closet because I can't deal with it right now. So I use BandLab for the love of it. It leaves much to be desired. I know that I'm supposed to learn something better. I've used other programs a little bit, but they're expensive or they're just really complicated. So it's just like, some of my friends are using AI to enhance their musical production, and it's creative. It took imagination, and they're making it, and it's there, and it's valid, and it's real. And I think that if you can take something like a tool, like an instrument, like a piano or a guitar, it's like going and saying, this is a cappella, and this is, you're singing with a piano. Oh, well, it's a piano. You're using a tool. It's not music anymore. Only a cappella is. It's just like, okay, man, how did you create the art? Did it take imagination, creativity? Did it bring you joy? Did it bring other people joy? I'm not on the bandwagon of let's destroy all AI music, but can we have advocacy for everybody? Can we find a way to implement? Can we find a way to adapt and survive like we have so many times before? Not looking at it, not looking at it fear-based, but instead let's find opportunity. Sun Tzu says in the midst of chaos, there's opportunity. I do have The Art of War up on my shelf, but I hate war, so I just don't know. I mean, I know this is about, but anybody who hasn't read it, it's how to survive. It's smart.
Yeah.
I also have Sun Tzu, The Art of War.
That's fantastic. I think the binding is a lot better.
I actually have a retelling of The Art of War.
That's cool. Modernized?
Through the eyes of Deadpool.
Of course. Of course you do.
So they literally did a Art of War, and basically the idea is it's part of the Deadpool Kill series. So it's Deadpool that travels into the Art of War, but it is actually the Art of War comic book style.
Okay, I can dig it. That's cool.
And then all it is just like on every passage is where I'm going to go with this. Like on every passage or every story, or every thing that Sun Tzu is teaching, Deadpool just has commentary on it.
I think that's brilliant. It makes it is there a word for relevantizes it? Is that a word? I don't know.
I mean,
I would call it a reboot.
A reboot.
I mean, it's already relevant for people in the military because it's still studied to this day because those tactics still work. But I'm jumping around. I'm going to ask you one more question before we get into our wrap up here. And it's specifically because given the guests that you've had on the show,
diverse.
Very diverse. How do you go about choosing guests that come on the show?
I'm happy that you asked that. I know that there are a lot of podcasters out there that are very intent on I have to have the biggest name. I have to get this person on there. I need this validation. I need that. And that's great. That works for them. Some people are doing a really great thing out there. They're doing a great job. They're getting all these big names on their shows. That's great. I worry about bringing a name too big onto my show because we lose focus of, if you're human, if you did something creative and imaginative that brings joy, that you want to talk about and share your story, my show is about taking, everyday people, quote unquote, and letting them tell their stories so that we take this mythos that art is for this, elite few. What if AI was partially created by some of those people that were told you can't draw, you're not an artist, and they're like, well, I'm going to make AI and then I'm going to make art. I don't know if that's the story. That's just funny to think about and wonder and ponder about and hypothesize, but it's not a reality.
Sorry, my fucked up sense of humor immediately just went to the episode of Rick and Morty where it's the time travelers and they mistake Einstein for Rick, and they beat the shit out of Einstein, and they just so they beat the shit out of Einstein, and they're like, stop, don't fuck with time, don't fuck with time. And he gets up after getting the shit kicked out of him by these basically floating scrotum sacks and goes, God, I will mess with time. That is literally what you just described. Is like somebody going like, okay, well, I'm gonna find a way to do this.
Come hell or high water.
It's Einstein created the theory of relativity because a time traveler beat the crap out of him. Not mess with time.
Don't mess with time. What is it? The one of the Star Trek prime directives was don't interfere with life that hasn't developed enough, and then there was another one that a rule they had about time and time travel and all that stuff.
Right.
Just don't mess with the timeline. I think Kurt Vonnegut changed my entire view of life, death, and time. Really solidified the concept of time as a construct and everything. So there's just been a lot of influence. I grew up reading a whole lot, and I grew up reading Shakespearean level literature also by the age of 5 or 6 too. So everybody read a book. It's really good for your brain. It stimulates neural pathways in ways that other mediums cannot achieve. If you need to do audiobooks because you drive a lot, that's a great idea. It's a great way to get information in, but there's something about flipping pages. It combines multiple parts of the brain. The more parts of the brain you utilize between memory, between visual, between, tactility, you help solidify memory better that way. They do say that you retain things better if you're using, the whole thing. So I just wanted to go back and tie up loose ends. Somebody I met in 2017 at one of the last conventions for his publishing company. Dan is the guy. He's got a venue in San Jose. It's closing at the end of the year. So if whoever's in San Jose watching this, go support the SLG Art Boutique. Really cool venue. They had cool landlords, cool clients, customers, but utilities, man, are just going up and up and up. So why we need to, incorporate more green power the right way, because a lot of funds were being misappropriated, and now, they got them taken away, and now we got to do the whole, and everything's been cut, and everything's getting cut this, cut that. It's fun times right now. People. It's either I think it's the right thing to do. I wish more people made better decisions instead of misappropriating things. But there's definite science that says that sustainability is really, really cool. Recycling is very real. I've built an entire brand on that concept, people. Mm-hmm. Cardboard is one thing in most cities that's getting recycled. Please recycle. Please find a way to do recycling. It really makes a difference. It really helps. Brothers Make is another shout out I want to do. So Dan was the one who told me, Dan from SLG Art Boutique, who had his own publishing company for many years. I think there is a wing he may revamp slave labor graphics. I became, a huge fan of some of the folks he's published, and they've also helped influence me, and I give honor to that. But he saw the name Sorry Little Sharky, and this was while I was, I had done Kung Fu. I was moving in a different direction. I literally moved away and went and did a different thing. I moved to Texas for the first time in 2017. I don't think he remembers saying this at this moment, but like he did say it at the time, and the words held true. Sorry, little Sharky, there's nothing sorry about you. Like after he met me, he was like, there's nothing sorry about you, Sharky. And then I took that in 2017, and it stewed for another kind of a year of like interstitial time. I went and I worked for a technology company, which shall remain unnamed because I don't think they exist anymore. And I felt off from that because the technology was changing, and they were getting replaced. Their technology was going down. It was a sales job, and you're trying to sell to people who are literally telling you over the phone, we have replaced your solution with this other method. We don't need you anymore. So yeah, you're in a sales role and they're all telling you they don't need you anymore. That's a really easy job, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah. I writing on the wall. Let's just say the last couple of weeks I was already packing my stuff up because I knew I did my best in the face of but whatever. Mm-hmm. It was during that moment that I thought my life is going to these dead end jobs that make no sense, that are going nowhere. I have all these creative things that I've done that are just, my biggest mistake in life is not getting discovered an additional 30 years ago when things had, people had bandwidth for these things. And now it's just TikTok and the same cat video 3 times. So I saw that, and I got into the film industry in 2016, 2017, 2018. Right. And there was some freelancing happening. There was some learning that was happening. There were some credits that were being built. It really took off in 2018, 2019, especially. I've worked with Paramount, the BBC, Visa, and Sharky was the name on sets. It was the name you saw on the call sheet. I was a production designer. I can't say it was because I still am, but just because there's no work doesn't mean I'm not who I am. That's another thing. Something time is a construct. Thank you. So it's all good, man. I'm telling you, the last phone call I think I had anything film related was somebody very thoughtful, by the way, about my comic, of all things. Someone who was a production designer on a production Lifetime movie. Everything will remain unnamed. She thought of me, my comic. She wanted to put something in the background of one of the sets that they were working on, and I thought, hot diggity, what a sweet idea. Thank you for thinking of me. I hadn't heard from her in a while. And she wanted me to sign a release. And I'm like, because I already knew. And I read that thing, and it's like, we have the right to use this in perpetuity through all of our universes. We're not going to credit you, blah, 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 blah. And I came back with, hey, okay, cool. I understand there wasn't going to be any payment because God's going to pay an artist, budget for that sort of thing in a film. Let's just give it all to whatever big name we can get on this thing. There's a whole side of Hollywood that I was just talking with Jeff Varga recently, who has credits on Terminator 2, Abyss, by the way. Episode coming up soon. He's a good friend now, actually. We're gonna get coffee sometime. So anyway, we were talking about like how people had done us in the film industry, and there'll be some names and some titles bleeped out for sure. Non-disclosure agreements, gotta love them. We don't want to make You must stand your ground. And I'm sorry, but if you're already not getting paid, how can you be expected to not even be credited or informed each time that art is going to be used? What if it becomes the next meme and nobody knows how to find me? I have had this brand since 2020 in the interwebs. It has 75 million views and shares through the graphics interchange file site Giphy, and it is GIF. That is another hill I will die on, along with niche. It's not niche. I will slap you. It is niche. It's not niche. Get it right.
Agreed. Mm-hmm.
But this was on the interwebs for years. I had copyright, done the copyright, done the trademark. I'm quite adept at that. Really good at that. Really quite good at that. And the very next day, before I even, I did all the protection thing, because creating something in the United States is enough to say you created this. But of course, to enforce that, you do need to copyright and trademark it with the U.S. offices.
Yep.
Those things. The very next day, I had gone live with the brand and started posting art. It was already showing up on people's Amazon print-on-demand shirts. And I'm trying to do takedowns and I'm all that. I'm just like, you know what? At this point, we're going to go with the Grateful Dead approach. Let them. There may be some likelihood of confusion in commerce, and maybe their print-on-demand T-shirts are not sustainable. But the image of the bee, that is the symbol of sustainability. She's sustainability, honey. So and then about a year and a half later, I put it on Giphy and then Tenor as well. And we've gotten 75 million views and shares. Is that paying me? No, but there's significant organic traction that shows I have something viable that I can continue to build with. So not every big break that we think is going to be our big break turns out to be that way, but one thing could lead to the other. And failure, hug it, give it a big hug, because regret is the chance you never took. You'll never know, and you really can't learn from that. But failure, at least you can learn from. I don't know about failing forward anymore after I talked to Jeff Vargas. But we have an understanding that sometimes failure just sucks and it's okay. But yeah, that is one of those things. Put the work out there. Don't be afraid.
Right. So,
but don't let somebody use in perpetuity without crediting you. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna jump into a couple wrap-up questions here before we jump into our brackets for the night. So I'm gonna ask you the hardest question you've ever been asked in your life. Are you ready for this?
Try me.
You're in Texas and you've lived in California. This could be the easiest question ever. It could be the hardest question ever. We'll find out here in a second.
We'll see.
What is your favorite kind of taco?
Oh, okay. Good question. Well, okay. So I like shrimp. I like shrimp tacos. Those are cool. I like carne. Pollo is great. I mean, I will say I like flour tortillas. I like those. Corn tortillas, they just have this certain, I don't know. I just like flour better. I know it's not supposed to be as good for you. I was just going to show you I was going to show you my California's driver's license in upside down and all of my details omitted. I will die with that license. I love it. But no, man, I like flour tortillas. And I was thinking, I saw your link on your website, Buy Me a Taco, and I was like, that's cool. I know that you mentioned that in your shows, and I was like, that is the coolest thing. It's so much cooler than Buy Me a Coffee. Because I drink tea. It's not all about coffee's awesome. There's also tacos. So
Buy a taco.
That's the bomb. Dude, what's your favorite taco? You can't just expect that an interviewer is sitting here. You're being interviewed. You're gonna get.
Yeah, Phil. What's your answer?
So the answer is there is a correct answer to this. There is a correct answer to this.
I know it is.
So Latinos, most of us, our litmus test in any restaurant that we go to,
yes,
is al pastor. So al pastor is the correct answer to what is the best kind of taco.
Really?
Yeah. So the whole thing with that is with al pastor. If a restaurant makes good al pastor, they make good everything.
Oh, al pastor, I know what you're talking about. Okay, copy. Thank you. That's amazing. That's the litmus test. You order that, and if you enjoy it and it's good, muy bien, this is authentic, this is the real deal.
I mean, there's different names in different places. Depending, it kind of depends on what region that the restaurant is representing. But Al pastor is what it normally is. You can see it as adobado. You can see it as puerco marinado. I mean, there's a couple of different ways that names for it, but in the end, it's al pastor.
Oh, that's the best. That is so cool. I'm gonna remember that. I have my friend Jennifer. We were roomies this year for a little bit before I got my own place again. We went to Mexico. We went to Santiago and we went to Cancun, the greater area. I would definitely go somewhere a little less touristy next time. I really love Santiago. That was my favorite. And we had very good food while we were there. It was great. There was a time where a gentleman came out and started playing the guitar and walking around the tables. That was so fun. It was such a great experience. I think everybody should go to other countries. I'm a global citizen. This country's way too political. God bless America, and God bless you for fighting. I think people need to just be sometimes and just be cool, but there's like so many. I swear one side is completely this way, and this is what reality is, and then this other side is like, no, it's this way, and I'm in the middle just like, can I just pay rent next month? Can I eat? Can I exist? Please. God bless America. Can we please get it together? People fought for this country, and my grandfather was in World War II, and he brought my grandmother over with him from Britain. So that was where that was my family. Hi, for mutts, for European mutts. There might be some Latina in there on my father's side. I had a grandmother, and I was like, you look very Latina. But yeah, no, that's really cool. I think everyone needs to embrace who they are and take the things that influence you. We're standing on the shoulders of geniuses. We were influenced by different, like I told you, shared some animation and some film influences and some people that helped shape me and help me figure things out like about myself along the way. When it came to the podcast, it was all skills I already had: editing, filmmaking, all that good stuff, putting it all together. I wish I had more time to do that right now. I intend that the time will come about when other things have settled. It's a very trying market. I have worked a lot of contracts. Things are slow right now. I'm trying to bolster some things. I'm trying to kind of, get some things lined up to where I have that free time again, because there is a luxury in having something steady that is providing something steady, and you can kind of have a routine, and this does not exist for me. There's a bunny at the end of every rabbit trail. There's a meaning for every sticky note. There's, every idea. There is, I'm organized. I have lists. I keep alarms. I have a calendar. It looks like a clown threw up on it, and it is a 3 weeks. It all will get done, but I didn't just stop working on Mr. Guy because I lost interest in it. I did need some space because, I did a lot in 2017. And I learned a lot about myself in 2017. And there were parts of my travels and, paths that I crossed and people I encountered that I felt like this coulda, shoulda gone somewhere, and something else happened that wasn't cool, and really have to wonder about that. But in the end, and I wrote the song Beauty and Futility. If we could see what lies ahead, some might be filled with a sense of dread. There's quiet mercy in the mystery, a peace not knowing what could be or not be. If I knew then what I know now, how much could we have changed? Would things be so different now? I'm finding respite in the mystery, a quiet peace, beauty and futility. And then it's like jazz meets your favorite Halloween special. If I could go back, could go back in time. If I could go back, could make you wanna do anything for sanity's sake, instead of allowing my heart to break. If I could go back in time, if I could get in and just change your mind. Yeah. So if something hurts and you can create something from that, beautiful, and let it help other people. Sometimes art is catharsis. Create it. Not everything has to mean something. Tomorrow's a day we've never lived before. That's one of the favorite things that I can say. And another thing, support the artists you love while they're alive. There are some artists I'm thinking of right now that I really want to support, and I'm hanging tight on a lot of purchase decisions right now because of the ducks I mentioned that may or may not be oil. We can either confirm or deny. So maybe things aren't where you want them to be right now, but tomorrow is a day that you've never lived before, and that's worth getting excited about. And I think I started really saying that regularly with this comic at the end of Mr. Guy, issue 2. So this is a little man with a hat. I just think hats are funny. I don't know why. So here I am on this perfectly sunny day on the cold, sad, desolate back of this comic book. You noticed there was no intermission, didn't you? So the first comic has, the first part of the story, then there's an intermission, and then there's the rest of This comic didn't have that. It was just straight story all the way through. This guy's like, then he's talking, he's like, pissing and moaning because he didn't like something I did. And he's throwing his fit and flapping his arms. And then he's like angrily pointing up at me and complaining about the elements. And it just, his world gets colder and colder and colder. And then he's just covered in snow. And it says here, you don't have to like the parameters of your reality, but be willing to do more than simply challenge the variables. And then after that, I had this catchphrase for my show: challenge the parameters of your reality. Life is an equation. Keep solving for happy. Then a gentleman named Mogadad, I want to say his name is, wrote a book called Solve for Happy, and I highly recommend people read that too. Because if your world is becoming really depressing and you're frustrated and you're sad, it means you need to make your world bigger. That's what I did. In 2017, I got my comic book out. I was dealing with something else that hurt, that I was walking away from, that I had to leave behind because it wasn't working. And then 2017 rolls around and I decide I'm going to be my own comic book publisher and I'm going to go chase that thing down. And that thing feels in some ways that it went nowhere, but it went everywhere. And it's a cult classic. It is underground and a lot of people have recognized me, and it has made a huge impression on some people who are still wondering what is happening with the rest of the story. And I'm like, oh, it's coming. So you will miss out on 100% of opportunities you don't try for. And
Correct.
You can take that pain, whatever pain you're feeling, and you can transfigure it into something else. I am someone who has gone from one pain to the next disappointment, let down to the next. And you know what? I could sit there and be like, oh, okay, well, this sucks and everything's horrible. I actually did something for myself yesterday that was, I highly recommend people, self-care, unplug, do this for yourself, unplug from social media, I deactivated my socials for months at a time before. Yesterday, what I did was I just shut all of this down, left my phone over here, and I just laid out on my back deck. And I have a view back there. I love my vistas. Gotta have vistas. Very, very thankful to be here. Hope I can stay here. And I'm just on my deck and the sun's pouring down on me. And don't you know how important it is for people to get that sunlight? Not too much, but about a half an hour a day of vitamin D is a major, major regulator. Magnesium is a major, it helps in equilibrium, equanimity, homeostasis, everything, just what you eat, you literally are what you eat. So just be mindful and hydrate and don't do too much caffeine and try to get sleep. Me and sleep have a long, sad history. I used to lie awake at the age of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and just watch the moon rise for hours, obsessed with the moon. But I look back on that now and I'm like, I always had sleep problems. But looking at the sun in the morning and trying to catch it before it goes down. A lot of neuroscientists, like the dude I mentioned earlier, whose name I can never get straight. Very cool person, I'm sure. But I'm so sorry. Anyway, I just know that there's a lot of girls that crush on him, and I'm not one of them. I'm just like, you're a cool science guy. That's awesome. That doesn't mean I listen to your podcast. It doesn't mean I don't have a crush on you. Okay, yeah, let's get this straight. Thank you. I don't want a Valentine from you. But no, just laying out in the vitamin D. Going on a walk, moving. Cardio is a massive, it really overcomes the blues, really gets you in shape. Just long walks, man. I'm talking about long walks on the beach, long walks any which way, we're dangerous. Be smart, have common sense. But get out, move the body, lift things. It's good for you. I soaked in the tub, magnesium salt. I was mentioning Epsom salt. I did a long soak with lavender oil. Love lavender. And rose oil and all that good stuff. It's just aromatherapeutic. It calms the mind. Meditating. It's really just as simple as sitting and trying to just block thoughts out. I think Untethered Soul is a really great book to check out, where, your thoughts are coming, but you're here. You're standing outside of them. You're here. And all the little things are coming at you, but you're back here. You're not going to be affected by this. It's just going to come at you, but you're going to be like, okay, that's a thing. Gotcha. Yup. Just keep going with the yup. That's going to happen to you. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? That is up to you. So, and that's what I did. I unplugged from everything yesterday because I had already achieved stimulus overload and we were starting the downward spiral, the tailspin. I thought, oh, no. I know how to get over this right now. I know what to do. So we're going to stop all this overstimulation. We're going to dial it back. We're going to climb a tree. We're going to go on a walk. We're going to get some sun. We're going to soak in the tub. And within a couple of hours, I was verbal again. I went nonverbal for a bit yesterday, just because you can only take so much rejection when you are lead generating and doing the thing. And it was, and I just don't want to get into a lot of details, but like there's a need here in my life right now to really diversify my revenue stream. And you know, you need a lot of different revenue streams to make ends meet, especially in an expensive city like this. We're not getting close to LA. Texas is pretty crazy right now. But it's, again, not my end all be all. I don't have to be here. I'm not from here. All due respect to the people who live here and have lived here, but I could be anywhere. That's where the Unchained Mind reference came in with Walter Koenig earlier. I discovered that in 2017. So they were formative years.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so with all that, as far as like diversifying revenue streams and everything like that, where can people find you? Like, you know, if they want to learn more about you, learn about more about everything that you're doing. I know you said you shut down your social media, but like if they did want to,
no, it's here.
Okay.
That was I experienced a situation that made me feel very unsafe. I almost got kidnapped twice in 1 year living in Houston. Good thing I know Kung Fu and I think fast, and I also have someone upstairs looking out for me, I believe. Just right place, right time, timing, and all that stuff. Because it's very real. It happens. It's frightening. I shut down my social media because I had exchanged social media details with someone that I thought I was going to collaborate with for film work, because it was a little slow last year as well. Crossed paths with somebody. He wanted me to install an app that would track my location in real time under the guise of, we're going to go socialize, we're going to go bar hopping, we're going to do this and that. I'm like, I don't know you. I'm not giving you my location. He had like 5 different phone numbers and all these different things. And I was like, this is concerning. And then some other things. And then he was trying to get me to go to some other places. And I was like, I'm not going to play that game. Bye. So, you know, so then I went black on social media for multiple months until I felt like the danger had passed. What's weird is he still texts from time to time, and I could see it, but because I got a new phone recently, and I blocked him on the other phone, but I didn't block. I guess he still had my number, and I was like, oh, you know, because I thought this was going to be a professional contact. My phone is a Rolodex. I have hundreds of numbers from hundreds of call sheets in this phone from all the years of filmmaking. You know, I was just like, okay, so he's one I forgot to block. Okay, gotcha. So, you know, on this new phone. But anyway, it's weird. So I am on social media. Yes, it's Stef, Sharky, Schultz. I am currently debating. I just want to murder the blue check mark so bad. I can't stand Zuckerberg. Can't stand any social media. Honest to goodness, it is. There again. It's a tool. I'm not going to rag on it too hard. It's a tool. Not going to sound like, get off my lawn, technology. I never understand. No, sorry. That was very ageist of me. I apologize. I take responsibility for that. My grandfather can code video games. He's 80. Proud of him. Age is a number. Again, the hill I will die on. That's probably the tallest of the hills. Even taller than the niche one. And you're as, yeah. My sister got me this.
Nice.
So yeah, I'll send you the details later. I can send you the links. I'm just now dusting off TikTok again.
Oh yeah, we're all over TikTok now. So I mean,
oh, you are. You are. I guess I am too, aren't I? Yeah, I mean, I don't have a TikTok account, so
yeah, but we have videos where your face is on it. So yes,
that's true. That's true. I'm an old man, so
they're all exploiting our data. They're all tracking us. Drink the Kool-Aid; it's delicious. I think it's grape. It's grape flavored. But yeah, and I have 3 different YouTube channels to match my 3 different Instagrams, and I also have Threads. And now Blue Sky, I got back on there and just took one look at it and just said no, and just left. It takes so much emotional energy to keep up with social media and to put yourself out there. And, you know, who's profiting? I mean, not me right now. We're going to get there. It's cool. I'm still working on my post from Los Angeles Comic-Con film because it's so behemoth. It's 8 gigs and it's on my phone and it's tying up that space and I need to get done with it. But it's glitching and I'm using edits to build it, and it just keeps glitching, and it just is the bane of my existence. And I'm thinking about releasing it in parts, but then I need to go and I need to list everyone in it and tag them, and tagging stresses me out. So it's just like, oh, I wish I could deactivate all of it and just watch it burn and laugh maniacally while I sip something obscure. Usually tea. I have a massive tea collection behind me. You can't see it. Do you all drink tea, coffee? What's your fave?
Oh, coffee.
Yeah, right on. What type?
Just iced coffee. Just straight black iced coffee.
Dig it. Oh my gosh, you're a brave man. Like I can't deal with like the acid. I usually gravitate towards cold brew. That is less acid. I usually like to, if I can, grind the beans because it's fresher. I like pour over. That's my favorite method. How about you? How do you serve your coffee?
Oh, I cold brew it and I just put over ice. I used to do the full pour over. I have the grinder. I have all that expensive, ceramic burr grinders and all that stuff too. So
my friend she has a cappuccino maker. It's silver. I forget the brand. They were like a big thing for Black Friday. They get sold a lot. I was very good friends with that machine. I sleep with coffee and tea. But I like
is it the Brava?
Maybe it was a longer name, but again, they're not paying for our lives. I'm not going to say their name.
Coffee maker 5,000.
The other guys you mentioned, WGG, those guys they're doing the thing. So those are the guys we're talking about.
Yeah, they are doing the thing. Well, Stef, it's been amazing having this conversation. We got to jump into this bracket. But please feel free to hang out and give us your input on what our bracket is, what's going on in the bracket. I think we are still doing worst trilogies.
We are doing worst trilogies, yes.
Yes.
We don't have time for a couple of them just because I want to have a fresh bracket for next week for Halloween.
Oh, great!
Yeah. So our worst movie bracket right now is we have Angels in the Outfield. There's a trilogy. These are trilogies.
Anything sports.
Versus Big Mama.
Okay, that's a newer animated show, and the first one you mentioned is an older movie that's sports related, 90s, isn't it?
Angels in the Outfield. First one was baseball, then the football. I think another one was something else. But Big Mama is Martin Lawrence as he dresses up as an older lady.
Oh, I missed
undercover FBI. I think.
Yeah.
FBI. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I didn't catch that one. And anything sports, you're talking to somebody completely sports illiterate. I'm just like, sports ball. I can't. I mean, chess is interesting, but I'm not even good at that. I just. But anyway, so
usually the way we do this, it comes down to which franchise is the one that you're less likely to watch. So it sounds like sports ball. So probably Angels in the Outfield for you.
Yeah. If the other one sounds anything like, it sounds like Mrs. Doubtfire is what it sounds like.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I would be more inclined to watch something like that.
It's Mrs. Doubtfire meets a Fox Bad Boys.
Okay, interesting. And you said it's called Big Mama?
Big Mama's House.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cute one too. I apologize. There is a little latency here that I didn't hear you say.
Big Mama's House.
Oh.
I mean, I'm going to Angels in the Outfield just because I can't even watch the first one.
Interesting.
What about you,
Phil?
Phil?
Some other things are coming up that I don't want to see. Abort pursuit.
I'm probably gonna go. I don't know, because like the first Angels in the Outfield, I didn't mind. It was definitely a kids movie. It wasn't like, oh, this is amazing, I love this. But then at the same time, like Big Mama's House, I don't know. The first one was okay. The second one was like, why did we need a sequel? The third one is, we didn't need this at all.
The pure cash grab. So obvious.
The third one is literally like, his son ends up being,
Yep, Big Mama.
Not Big Mama, but like, he like dresses up as like, like Little Mama or whatever. I don't know. It's like his or something. So it's like those. I feel like Big Mama's House was unnecessary, so I'm gonna go with Big Mama's House.
Okay.
It's unnecessary. That's it. Okay, his microphone. Has better resolution. I could ascertain better what he was saying. I see it. That's. Okay. Gotcha. FBI agent Malcolm Turner found it.
Yep, that's
Yep.
I can dig it. Right on. Neat.
Well, I mean, I would rather watch Big Mama just because I grew up with the TV show Martin, where he played many different characters.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
You know,
and also Big Mama's House spawned movies like Joanna Man and shit like that. So I mean, like,
Cool. That's really neat. I appreciate the question. I gotta add it to my. There's so many movies being added to my list. There's such a
like Shadu. Shadu hasn't seen anything, so.
one of our hosts, he's young, so
To be fair, he's 22, so it's like,
yeah,
he's a baby. He's a baby.
I'm wondering now what film we're gonna watch tonight. The alarm I keep snoozing are my friends waiting on me to after this. We're gonna go see. I don't know if we're gonna go see a movie or we're gonna stay in and watch a movie. We're gonna watch something. Our last movie night was Fifth Element.
Oh yes.
I had already seen it. Yes, this was my maybe second or third time seeing it. It had been too long. It was time for a rewatch. Fell in love with it all over again. The music, the pacing, the directing. Brilliant. I heard a lot of notes in the soundtrack that I'd heard in some other shows that I later became a fan of. And I was like, I hear what you did there. Okay, cool. And then Terminator 2 and all that. Just like, it's so funny. Again, the things we grew up with influence us. You're standing on the shoulders of geniuses. Be respectful and keep creating forward. Those are cool, guys. Thanks.
Yeah.
This has been so fun.
All right. Next one is, and this is gonna be.
We have more. There's more. Yay!
There's way more. Yeah. So we have the Naked Gun now trilogy. Is a trilogy when I made this bracket.
The original, right?
Yes. Versus the Austin Powers trilogy. Which one's the worst of them? And I'm saying right now, Austin Powers, because Naked Gun, all three of them are classics no matter what.
Yeah, I think I'm going with that. I think I go the same route just right off the bat, mainly because I didn't care as much for the third movie for Austin.
Oh, okay.
Whereas, like you just said, the Naked Gun trilogy, like the original trilogy, was comedy masterpiece.
Yes.
Yes, agreed.
What about you, Steph?
I love both of them. I really do. And I hate to be that way, but I love both trilogies. I think they're brilliant. The Naked Gun. I'm gonna spoil it. In my video for the Los Angeles Comic Con, there's a part of the video where I bust out the dustbuster, man. I'm optional compulsive disorder. We're gonna leave it at that. I like very tidy surroundings. So I'm just going right. And and I made a video of it and I started going with the dustbuster.
Yep.
I just baby. So yeah, I love
yes.
Oh my god! And I think the new movie did it justice. And anything Liam Neeson is just cool. Like,
yeah.
I still haven't seen it. I know it's streaming right now, but I mean, like, I just haven't had a chance to watch it. But I mean, I love the idea that he's Frank Drebin Jr. And I'm like,
yes!
Oh,
yeah.
And
I would say.
Go ahead.
I say my only complaint about the new Naked Gun movie is the theme song does not play until the very end.
Yeah. Maybe they'll fix it in the sequel.
Maybe, because you have to start off with Naked Gun with the car going through everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I heard they did a scene with that though, like where he's like driving around and like driving through stuff.
Not the way that the stuff starts off in the original Naked Gun. All three of them start that way. Yeah,
where like it's just a driving through like random stuff and like, oh yeah, it just caught the game-winning ball in the Super Bowl, and then all of a sudden the car is running from dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, like that kind of thing.
Right, or he was in the Death Star trench in one of them.
Yes, that's right.
So, all right, Sandra says Naked Gun's the worst trilogy.
What?
Yeah, it's because she grew up on Austin Powers. So did we, Sandra. She said this before. I know that. that she grew up in Austin Powers, but we also grew up in Austin Powers and Naked Gun.
Naked Gun is just objectively a better trilogy.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
I grew up
I don't
on
know. There's Rotten Tomatoes and there's subjectivity, and there's also things like what you went through at the time you saw it, colors how you feel about it. And there's some people that like things that are, critically unacclaimed that are just like, okay, no, that's not cool, man. But
that's Graveyard's entire thing is that he likes all the things everybody else hates.
It's very true. I love really bad movies.
Oh my God, Mystery Science 3000
Yes.
in the theater. Yeah.
We have done that. Graveyard and I have done watch-alongs on Disney Plus.
How fun! Because they said that's where you can stream at the same time simultaneously. Right?
Yeah, well, so there's actually a website that we use that we can sync things up and watch movies together, and there's a chat on the side. So we're just Mystery Science theatering the hell out of every movie we watch.
That's awesome. I think that's the best you could do. I mean, there is some accreditation you would need to do, some licensure, somebody you need to talk to if you wanted to make it a thing. But that is do you have a YouTube channel for it? I think that's incredible.
No, we do it as an extra thing with our audience.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. That's
So we were doing watch before Thunderbolts came out. We did watch alongs for all the characters that were going to be in Thunderbolts to rewatch it.
That's great.
Yeah, but I love Mr. Science Theater, and our other podcast I do. Our tagline is "We watch bad movies, so you don't have to."
My friend Teresa, I bring her up again because we just hung out. She says she has Tubi Tuesdays in her house.
I mean, I'm not saying not to watch Tubi because it only has bad movies, but also my movies are on Tubi. But
he has several films that he
do.
Cool. So you have a filmmaking.
There's also a film that I am in that is on Tubi. So
that's cool. You find some gems though, and it's like you did the thing. Who cares where it just it's there. You created it. It's in existence. What if you left it sitting there and you never brought it to the world? And it just sits. I've got a story that I started working on almost 20 years ago, and I just never let it see the light of day. And I'm going to put that thing out now. I'm like, it's time. And the core idea hasn't changed. But, along the way, it's taken little flavors here and there. But there's weird self-fulfilling prophecies in that thing that I'm like, oh, we need to rectify this right now. We need to rectify this. I need to go through the copyright. It's already copyrighted, but I'm updating and going to re-copyright it. It's called In Solace, a Loveless Story. And it shatters the romance genre. There's not a single kiss in the entire book. It's just like Jurassic Park, right? Aliens. We're just, there's some major things happening, and there's too much going on for us to worry about that. There's other stuff happening. Maybe there's an undercurrent of some tension here that we don't care about that. There's this other thing happening that's way more important. So let's do that. So that's the nature of the story. There's no vampires. There's no superheroes. People are going to be like, okay, if you're looking for superheroes and vampires, no, there's other cool stuff. But this is different. It's very original, very unique. It's from, as I say, the ether.
Yeah. Yeah, in 2 weekends, hopefully, we're filming our first episode of our first season of Decades of Horror, where we are trying to make movie short films in the style of that genre of the time period that started with the 1920s.
Yes.
So we are doing a silent sepia tone movie,
like Metropolis.
Yeah.
So, where were we at on the bracket here? Do we have one more we can do, or
we got one more? Yeah, because we got 3 minutes left in the show.
Yeah,
the last one is going to be Carnosaur versus Crocodile Dundee.
Oh, I don't even know what Carnosaur is, but I love Croc Dundee. That's on my shelf over there.
Carnosaur is definitely worse. Is way worse.
I love Crocodile Dundee.
No, Carnosaur is worse.
Oh.
I know, but I mean, it is. That movie is. Those movies are. It got this far because it is terrible, but it's like, it's going up against Crocodile Dundee, man. I mean,
you're talking about Carnosaur, Diane Ladd.
Roger Corman's Carnosaur came out the same months after Jurassic Park, 1993.
I've told my stories about, you know, my connection to Carnosaur and, you know, how my mom got that movie instead of Jurassic Park, and I brought up this fucking weird ass movie about, you know, velociraptors killing people and shit. But I mean, in the end, what is the worst movie? Carnosaur fucking beats that out easily.
That makes me sad.
So I will tell you straight up, I've never seen the first one you mentioned, but Crocodile Dundee I love. So you understand my bias. I have no other.
Yeah. I'm clearly going to be the only one that's saying Crocodile Dundee. I get that.
I actually
okay with
off. This is an off.
I began to use the word walkabout in my regular vernacular after seeing that film. And,
yes. I'm going to walkabout.
Yeah, walkabout. The thing I mentioned about the fire earlier, I was watching a lot of programming that had accents and all that bad stuff happened all at the same time. And then somebody decided it would be a great idea to throw a cigarette up on the roof and torch the place. I woke up at 5 a.m. to a weird knock at my door, and I opened the door and the building is burning in front of me. And they say when traumatic things happen, sometimes you can have slight changes in your speech. So I wonder if and I started noticing I had a little bit of a British or an Australian accent on some things after that. I really wonder about that. That's a working hypothesis. It's not imperative. It's so back burner. It's not even on the stove, but it is a fascinating hypothesis that I did want to come full circle on, because I did mention that earlier. Yeah. There was a reason for that, but Honey Bumble came out of it because I built this brand from a hotel room in Austin after the fire, living off of renter's insurance while the world was trying to figure out what was next. And those are the days of high adventure, were they not? And I became a COVID compliance officer in Playa Vista and worked on all these different shows. Yeah. Life goes on. Life goes on. Anyway, cool. Next movie.
No, that's time for the show.
Is that all?
That is time for tonight. So we're gonna jump into the pluggables here in a second. Just before I do that, I'm gonna show everybody.
Yeah, show us your progress there.
Progress on the build here. So let's go ahead and move that up. So really, it's just the base. Oh my god, damn it!
My green screen. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. Hold on.
That's cool. That's
all right. What the?
It's so fun.
What the shit? Okay,
this is making it better.
I know. So it's basically the base, like the foundation for Yoda's hut.
It's pretty.
And on the side over here, so it's the bog, right? But like down over here in the corner where the little black is right there, that's where the X-wing is going to be coming out of the water.
Oh,
that's really cool.
And then I've got Luke in training.
Oh, how cute! Oh, the little hair. Oh.
The cool thing about this, you can't see it because it's kind of washed out, but the look on his face is like one of determination, but you can switch it over to one of him in concentration because he's trying to lift the right there.
No object too great for the Force. Do or do not. There is no try. That's the bomb.
He's concentrating right there, and then of course on the front of it, it does say, "Do or do not. There is no try."
Yes, and the crowd goes wild. So you, growing up, you were not encouraged to be nerdy, and nerd was like this. You get bullied for it. So this is your revenge.
Kind of. I was the, and again, we got to jump out of here, but I mean, like, I was the nerdy kid that hid that he was a nerd by being a jock. So
yeah,
that was fine.
You're awesome. This show is awesome. How many years have you been doing this now?
4 years now.
Bitchin'.
You guys started, I thought in 2020.
No,
I've been here almost 4 years.
2021. So yeah, we started 2021.
Okay, so I've been here 3.5-ish then.
Yeah. So of course, before we get going here, Steph, one more time, give everybody your pluggables, let them know where they can find you if they want to know more about Stef Sharky Schultz.
Okay, we're gonna get down to brass tacks about my name. Okay, it's Stef with an F, no PH. There's no potential of hydrogen in my name. Stef with an F. Stef Sharky, Sharky. There's no E. David Tennant got it right. You can too. No, he's awesome. No, I mean, David Tennant did it right. So get it right. He got it right the first time. So try another time. And it's devolving. I didn't mean that the way it sounded, but he's really smart. No, he's cool. I like his Shakespeare stuff too. And his family's amazing. If you don't know the story behind his family, like he met and married the daughter of one of the original Doctor Who's. And he's my favorite Doctor. So like their whole family is like, wow, goals. So cool. Yeah, Stef, Sharky, Schultz, and that's there's one for my last name too. Get this. This is really fun. It's SCHULTZ, like Charles M. Schultz, but with a T. All the little clever things with the name. That's just how I've combated people misspelling my name over my entire life.
Yeah, I dig it.
It's fine. Yeah, so Stef, Sharky, Schultz on Instagram. We're debating on the blue check mark. It's pretty much straightforward across my socials. In different iterations. If you Google me, AI does a pretty good job of aggregating. I have a very nice summary on Google right now with AI. And I was like, oh, feels so nice. Yeah. You don't want to be famous. You want to be comfortable and you want to be doing things that are meaningful. But being famous, man, shoot, man. Can you just be rich and not famous? I listened to an interview about that recently. A podcast. But yeah, those are my handles. I'm on TikTok with Honey Bumble and Friends. I'm on Two Artists Human and Stef, Sharky, Schultz, the Everything Else brand, and then Honey Bumble. All three of those are on Instagram. Even Mr. Guy has an obscure Instagram that I have lost access to. So Mr. Guy has an account somewhere out there. People are still following it. Yeah, so I have YouTube's corresponding with my name. If you Google it and you dig around, you'll find everything. My website, I guess that is a hub for everything. It used to be Sorry Little Sharky, but I really am cutting sorry out of my lexicon largely the last couple of years. There are just some things I'm just not sorry at all about. So I've moved in a different direction. Stef, Sharky, Schultz. People seem to like Sharky. It's helped me stand out on film sets, comic book industry, and Kung Fu, apparently. So there was some marketability there, some A/B split testing was done, and we decided StefSharkySchultz.com would be a great idea. So that links you to everything else. I've done some filmmaking. I've got some, I've done a little bit of animation. So it's all on that website right now, and it will lead you to the light, Carol Ann.
Awesome. Gravy, give everybody a pluggable, sir.
I am Graveyard, co-host of the Mostly Pod Out Night Mostly podcast.
Mostly
Pod.
Night. Mostly.
Yes, an hour and 35 minutes ago, our newest episode was released. It's all about the George Romero remakes of the zombie movies. Can't wait. And we are releasing a special episode. It's not going to be Thursday of next week. It's going to be on Halloween because we have to, right? It's law. And follow us on all social media at Pile of Night. Check out Conversations in the Void, which is every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Central. We have a couple more episodes left on Sundays. We have a guy who has a movie coming out relatively soon, a couple weeks on this Sunday, that our good friend Tommy Bechtel was part of. And the week after that, our good friend Nate Price is coming back to talk about Drip on the new comic he has out as well. And yeah, and check us out on YouTube because we have a Killer Theories episode, hopefully releasing on Halloween next week as well. Our first attempt at that format. So we'll see you there.
Hell yeah. Super excited about all that. Can't wait to listen to the new episode because I'm loving this whole George Romero thing you guys are doing right now. Can't wait to see what happens after that. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, you already know who we are. You're already on the channel. Of course, as we were talking about earlier in this show here, ladies and gentlemen, you can join the taco party. Join the taco party. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Head to distancing.com. On the top of the page, big blue button, hit join the taco party, and you can join the taco party. It's the best way to support the show. Makes it so we can keep on doing more things, more shows. Also, you can super chat if you're ever in the chat and you just want to super chat, because you can do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, have something you want to discuss. Tell us what you're nerding out on and connect with us on all the social media places. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm never calling it X. I'm sorry. It's never going to happen. Twitch, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, Discord, Blue Sky, MySpace, Vine, GeoCities, Friendster, Second Life, AIM, Farmers Only, Christian Mingle, OnlyFans. It's only pictures of Aaron Watson's feet and Mandels, the beard, John Mez's glasses, sitting on a table judging you for not subscribing to Distance Nerding. And of course, everything Shadu would do for money, because there's not much he won't do for money. Of course, if you would like to email us, you can do that. If you'd like us to break up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, pet, schoolyard bully, annoying neighbor, or just tell us how much you enjoy us, hate us, wish the internet would consume us completely and spit us out at the feet of fucking Luke raising the X-Wing out of the swamps in Dagobah. There. We'll go with that one. I know we talked about more stuff over the course of the show, but I was like, yeah. You can email us at distancenerding@aol.com, and we will read it live on air. Tell us what you're nerding out on. Tell us what you want us to talk about. We will research it. Outside of that, guys, as always, thanks, and keep nerding together. That is our time again. Graveyard.
You mentioned George Romero. We just saw Day of the Dead again, and I'm dying to see Night of the Living Dead again. It's so this is all that is left of my copy. The case broke, so it just lives in this husk of the. I love it, Bob. They're coming for you, Barbara. Never. My family, we joke about it all the time. Nobody does zombies like he does. I don't know what that other thing was later that came along. I love it.
Go listen to the trilogy of Pot Out at Night episodes right now, because they will give all the praise for the first 3 movies. They are going to rip apart the second trilogy, and then I'm sure there's going to be love and hate in the episode you guys just dropped, because
I don't know anything outside of the original trilogy.
Yeah.
You don't need to.
I'm safe.
Yeah, no, trust me. The second trilogy is absolutely horrendous, and Romero doesn't even keep up with his own canon. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's it from us. Again, Graveyard, I apologize. I still haven't fixed the credits, so we are just, and it's because I haven't had time. So it's just,
I understand. I can relate to that, my friend.
Yeah. So we are just gonna play the outro video, and that is it from us. We will see everybody later. This coming
tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Tomorrow we're doing an all spooky
Jep Nerdy.
All spoopy Jep Nerdy. So tune in for that, guys. We're going to be playing Jep Nerdy, and it is the all spoopy edition. All nothing but horror, and it's going to be absolutely hilarious, because you're going to see how many of us don't know shit about horror. All right.
I love it.
That's what makes it good. It makes the episode fun. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will see everybody tomorrow. Until then, as always, keep nerding together. We'll see you all later.